So today we're going to finish the basic mat Pilates series with the spine stretch forward. So let's go ahead and turn and face the side. And our starting position is basically the staff pose, which we have previously looked at in the yoga stretch series. So if you want a little bit more practice, you can go on ahead and look back for the staff pose and just look at some of the modifications. But for most people, this is kind of a challenging position. So let's just go ahead and begin with a little stretch. So in order to be able to do the staff pose properly, we need to have flexible hamstrings, relax the hips, also loose hips, and kind of a strong middle to upper back. So let's go ahead and just address these issues once again. We're going to go ahead and bend the legs. You bring the right leg in first and the left leg in front, and then place the hands behind you and use your arms to help you sit really straight. So depending on wherever you're at, just go ahead and press with the arms and push the chest forward and just visualize a nice straight spine. And avoid hiking the shoulders up. Okay, so let's sit nice and straight, and then continue to press forward with the arms and lead with the chest, lead with the solar plexus, and walk the hands all the way forward, or as far forward as you can. Avoid lifting up the hips, so keep the tailbone down, and avoid hiking up the shoulders. Continue to breathe, and keep in mind that whenever you do any kind of forward bending, you want to lead with the chest, not with the head. So stay nice and long, and then keep going as far as you can, and then slowly come back in. Okay, now let's go ahead and take the front leg and bring it back to stretch out the hip flexor. And this is pigeon pose, which we have also looked at previously. So again, feel free to go back. You're going to want to just bring your body up and back. Make sure you don't feel anything in the lower back. You're going to want to feel the stretch in the left hip flexor. And then slowly release. Bring the leg forward. And let's switch the legs. Left leg's going to be in front. Left leg's going to be in. Right leg is in front. Bring the hands back. Press the chest forward. Also remember that we don't hold for as long as we should be holding, so feel free to pause and hold the stretches for a little bit longer. And just stay really focused on the hip flexors, making sure that the hip flexors are not tight. Okay? And continue to press forward, lead with the solar plexus, shoulders are soft, and keep the tailbone on the mat. So always as straight as you can, right? Just visualize a long, straight spine. Keep breathing, tailbones are down, and slowly come back in. Take your time, hold the poses for longer if you need. Let's bring the right leg back into pigeon. And also make sure that when you do pigeon, you don't feel anything in the knee, in the front knee, or in the lower back. So here we want to just kind of walk that right leg as far back as you can so that you're moving the stretch here, and then sit nice and tall. It's okay if the hips don't quite touch the mat. If you can, that's good, but if not, that's okay. So again, feel free to look back for more detailed information on the pigeon, and then slowly release. Bring the leg forward, bottoms of the feet together, hold on to the ankles, and gently press down on the knees and bring the body forward. Once again, leading with the chest, shoulders soft, spine as straight as you can get it. You can go however far down you can, but try to keep the stretch in the hips with a nice long straight spine. And let's release the right leg forward. We're going to get into the hamstring stretch. So here you may want to just bring attention to the hips and the pelvis and try to visualize the arch in the lower back. So take your tailbone and tilt it out and put the arch in the lower back. Maybe you want to pick up the cheeks and the hamstrings, move them out of the way. And then, again, hinge forward. Try not to just round forward. Hinge forward. Big stretch and hold. And come back in. And then switch the legs. Bend the right knee, left leg straight out in front. Put the arch in the lower back as best as you can. And once again, hinge forward over the leg. Feeling the stretch in the hamstring more so than in the lower back. Keep breathing. Come back in. Both legs straight out in front of you. Let's place the hands back here. Now you can also do this pose against the wall, and that will give you a really good idea as to whether your back is straight. You just want to make sure that the tailbone, the shoulders, and the back of the head are on the wall. Okay, so let's go ahead and, again, hinge forward. So think of pulling the tailbone away from the heels and the chest up and forward. So think of folding over the legs. And now bring your attention to your hip flexors, make sure they're soft. Keep breathing. Legs are as straight as you can get them. And come back in. Okay, so if you find yourself unable to keep the torso slightly in front of the hips, you can actually go ahead and bend the knees. It's better that you keep the legs a little bent for the spine stretch forward and a straighter spine rather than being somewhere around here, okay? So if you're unable to maintain this position, go to a diamond position in the legs and go on to the spine stretch forward only if you're really able to maintain this. If you cannot hold flat back, the spine stretch forward won't be good for you. So go ahead and just get this down first, right? So practice against the wall and just get yourself to where you're able to hold your back straight. Let's just strengthen middle to upper back. Bring the arms out to the side, bring the arms up towards the ceiling. Now watch the shoulders. The shoulders want to hike up, so keep the shoulders down. And just bring the elbows out to the side and back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Push the chest forward and up some more. Abs in. Inhale the arms up. Watch the shoulders. Keep the blades down. Exhale back in. Look straight ahead. And try not to move the head in any position. Just keep looking straight ahead. And you want to feel your angel wings, right here. And also in between the shoulder blades. And the muscles alongside the spine. And this is to strengthen the spine. Now some people might also need flexibility in the spine. If the spine is unable to bend backwards in extension, this will be a very hard position, a very difficult position to hold. So let's just go ahead and address that issue. We're going to turn over onto the stomach. And these are all poses that, of course, are addressed in yoga. So we tuck the pelvis, abs are in, and this is just a very gentle, mild cobra stretch. Okay, make sure you don't move the stretch in the lower back. Keep the arms nice and long. Lift the chest, look up, and try to feel this middle to upper back. Come back in. If you want to go a little deeper, you bring the hands to the chest, elbows in, shoulders down, and lift. And come back down. And you can even bring the hands even lower, and then up, and sit back and stretch. So all of these issues need addressing in order for you to be able to hold the staff pose, to hold the back nice and straight. This is challenging in itself. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the spine stretch forward. So we lift the arms, shoulder blades are drawn together and down. So the back, the middle, upper back is active, the lats are working. Now when we do the spine stretch forward, it's not a lean back and a roll down. The spine stretch forward is in the middle to upper back only. So the hips don't move and the lower back doesn't move. So imagine like you're holding on to something, like your fingertips are touching the wall, and you're just drawing the rib cage back. So we pull the abs in and draw the ribs towards the spine and up. And we exhale deeply. Then inhale, sit straight, shoulder blades together, chest up. And exhale, draw the ribs in, belly button in, and round the middle to upper spine. Inhale up, and again, exhale, draw in. Moving the pelvis as little as possible. Let's do 2 more. Sit tall, and 1 more. And release. Okay, so we're going to put that into the basic mat. We have done each exercise previously. Feel free to go back for details, but this time we're just going to go on ahead and do the exercises nice and quickly, and that's basically the beginner mat Pilates. So let's go ahead and lie down. Go ahead and move into a flat back position. This is the pelvic tilt. Take the legs up, come up in a crunch. You can keep the legs here, you can keep them bent, or you can bring them down slightly. Bring the arms next to your side and begin to pump the arms. So we take a deep breath in for 5 pumps, and deep breath out for 5 pumps. Shoulders stay soft, legs stay long, and the back stays flat. Continue to breathe. So we inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And if you do 5 pumps on the inhalation and 5 pumps on the exhalation, and you do that 10 times, then that gives you the 100. And this is your warm-up. Inhale deeply, exhale deeply, making sure the rest of the body stays nice and still. And let's do one more deep breath in, one more deep breath out. Release the head down, keep the back flat, right leg down, left leg down. Arms overhead, keep the back flat. Inhale, exhale, roll up, stretch forward over the legs. Scoop the pelvis, roll down, inhale, exhale, up. So, once you know the form and you're able to do everything really well, the classical mat Pilates is done quickly. Now it's better to go slowly initially and take your time and learn your form, and then you move quickly, rather than do everything quickly from the start and have it be sloppy and messy and uncontrolled. And down and hold. Keep the scoop, keep the back flat. Let's take the right leg up, external rotation, small circles with the legs. Cross the center line, exhale on the way up. So again, remember for modifications, go back and look at some of the previous videos, circle the other way. So we do 10 in each direction. Then bring the leg down, take the left leg up. Keep the back nice and flat here and scoop, point the toes. External rotation in the leg circle. Keep breathing. So each circle gets an exhalation on the up part. Circle the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both knees into the chest, rolling like a ball. Exhale up. Inhale down, round the lower back. Exhale up. Now if you have a really bony spine, you may need some extra cushion. Let's do 2 more. Head stays off the mat at the bottom, feet stay off the mat at the top. Then roll down, stay down, hold on to the right knee, single knee changes. Keep breathing. Remember the rest of the body stays stable. Bring both knees into the chest, double knee stretch, exhale in. Inhale overhead, exhale, circle the arms forward. And remember you're staying in crunch the whole time. 5 more. Good. Bring the knees into the chest and release. Come up sitting position, and this is your spine stretch forward. Draw the spine back. Inhale, sit tall. Draw back. Inhale, sit tall. Let's do 3 more. So remember the arms don't really move back in space here. 2 more. And 1 more. Arms up. Hold for challenge. Stretch forward over the legs. And release. So that is your basic mat Pilates. And again, once you learn the form, it is done quickly, but not before. If you try to do it quickly before you're ready, it just looks messy, and you're not really getting the work that you're supposed to be getting, which is the core and the back. Okay, so take your time. We will begin the intermediate series soon, so keep watching. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, release. So I'll see you next time.